Only one explosion in a Michael Bay movie? Wow, talk about restraint. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Film Review, episode number 130, and the film I'm going to be reviewing for you guys today is Pain and Gain. Pain and Gain is directed by Michael Bay, who previously directed Bad Boys 1 and 2, The Rock, Armageddon, Pearl Harbor, The Island, and the Transformers trilogy, and it stars Mark Wahlberg, Dwayne Johnson, and Anthony Mackie. The story takes place back in the mid-90s in Miami, where a trio of bodybuilders decide to kidnap a millionaire named Victor Kershaw and get him to sign over all his assets and money, but things start to go horribly wrong. Pain and Gain is the latest film from director Michael Bay, who I'm not usually a fan of. In fact, I absolutely hate some of his movies, but I was looking forward to Pain and Gain because it looked like something different from what he usually does, and he is capable of making good movies from time to time. And thankfully, Pain and Gain is a really good movie. Now, I know this is a very polarizing film, and if many of you don't like it, I can totally understand, but Pain and Gain has a few elements here that make it work. For one, we've got some great performances here. Mark Wahlberg plays Daniel Lugo, the mastermind and leader of the group, with an effective gullibility and sometimes terrifying intensity that makes the character really interesting. Dwayne Johnson gives his best performance to date as Paul Doyle, the born-again Christian ex-con, who's the closest thing in this film to a sympathetic, likable character. He plays the struggle he faces rather well, while balancing that with some off-the-wall moments toward the end. Anthony Mackie does fine with the least substantial role of the leads, and the film is supported by great turns from Tony Shalhoub, Rebel Wilson, and particularly Ed Harris, whose character brings a level of balance to the crazy proceedings. I also feel like Michael Bay does a really good job directing here. It feels like he's much more restrained here, really letting this insane true story play out and let his actors bounce off of one of each other. I also feel like this is his most self-aware film he's made, satirizing the ideals his films usually carry to portray these criminals as complete idiots. And that's the thing. When people criticize the film for making light of this bizarre and tragic true story, they think that Bay is trying to make the main characters likable and goofy, but I don't think that's the case. Rather, I feel like the really darkly comedic moments comes from these guys being complete morons, and Bay doesn't condone their actions one bit. Of course, there are plenty of Bay-isms that hold Pain and Gain back from being great. For one, his homophobic humor still rings false and inappropriate, and the film is overstuffed at times. But compared to a lot of his previous filmography, Pain and Gain is pretty damn good. Ultimately, I'm going to give Pain and Gain a B+. Personally, I think this is the best film from Michael Bay since The Rock. It's crazy, darkly comical, and filled with great performances and one of the most insane true stories you'll ever see in any movie. I can totally understand people not liking it, but it worked for me. So that's it for this review. My next review will probably be up on Monday when I review Mud, the new drama starring Matthew McConaughey. And if you like this review, hit that subscribe button down there so you can get more reviews from me. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you on the other side.